A cognitive miser is our tendency to withhold cognitive effort and energy while thinking. This can create mental shortcuts that we can then use to create first impressions on people, judgments, stereotypes, and other things. The three key influences to being a cognitive miser would be: one, time. Do we have the time to, take out of our day to get to know this person? Do we have the time? Are we in a rush? Do we, are we late to a meeting? We may not have the time to get to know this person, versus when we do have the time, we may can sit at a table and have a conversation with this person. The ability would be an example of like the presidential debate that just happened, that, they're, going back and forth about each other, about, false accusations, maybe true accusations, blah, blah, blah. The news media outlets are only going to give us what they want to give us, whether it's the truth or not. We do not have the ability to actually sit in a room with these two candidates and ask them questions face to face. We do not have the ability to get this proof or have these conversations with these people. That's the ability. The motivation is, do I actually want to get to know this person? Do I actually have the motivation to do this? Do I have the energy and motivation and desire to want to? If I do not, I will not. And if I do have the motivation, I then will. Self-fulfilling prophecies is when we create a belief or have a belief about a person or a group, and then we then treat them based on our belief. We might treat someone poorly based on a belief that they are a bad person. If we treat someone poorly based on them being a bad person, they might, treat us back poorly. And then we've now confirmed our belief that they're a bad person without realizing that, no, the reason they seem like a bad person is because your initial treatment was that they are a bad person. That's self-fulfilling prophecies, and creating that stereotype and belief about someone, and then, treating them that way and confirming that is how being a cognitive miser can play a role in self-fulfilling prophecies. Using stereotypes, treating someone based off that stereotype you've created, and now you've confirmed your self-fulfilling prophecy. An example of this would be the sorority girls that I used. I was a cognitive miser. I created stereotypes on these girls. I met up with these girls. I treated them poorly and kind of, like I had no interest in what they were saying or what they believed in. And then they began treating me as if they had no interest in who I was and what I believed in. That was a self-fulfilling prophecy without me even realizing it. I assumed that these girls were snooty and didn't have any beliefs and treated them this way, and then began wondering, oh, wow, I confirmed this. I didn't confirm this. I treated them, in such way, and they behaved based on my treatment, me being a cognitive miser. Levinas says that we should, remember that everyone is a mystery and we can never fully know anyone. We should always remember this when judging and interacting with others, as we can never understand the situation or the reasoning and the mystery behind them, and that may help us not be as cognitive misers as usual.